Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Wallace, President and co-founder of Freedom's Journal Institute for the Study of Faith and Public Policy. And I'd like to tell you about a project that we're really excited about. It's called Racism in America, Exposing the Truth Conspiracy.
We live in a time and day of conspiracy, a threat to the poor, a threat to the have-nots.
Don't shoot, it's a cell phone! Don't shoot, it's a cell phone!
Y'all think it's cool to kill black people and then get on paid leave?
Answer that.
Do you think that's cool?
We are eager to share this documentary series because we believe that for too long, the black church has been dominated by one voice. A voice that has too often prioritized both secular views and values.
Do you think it's gotten worse?
It has.
Do you think it's gotten worse?
Yes.
Why has it gotten worse?
Look at all the fights, the riots, people getting killed.
A voice in which our society, especially the mainstream media, is pushing the narrative of a resurgence of racism in America, especially with the rise of groups like Black Lives Matter and other social justice movements.
What percent of the white community is racist in your mind? This is your opportunity.
99.9%.
99.9.
Yes.
So
If
that
it's
mean-
not overt, it's internalized.
What percentage of the black community is racist?
Let me say this, black people cannot be racist.
Not surprisingly, it's tearing the church apart. And I believe it's time for the church in general, and the African American church in particular, to hear a different point of view on racism and the significant role of the church to declare the only justified view, one which is rooted in Scripture.
It's hard to reject love. I have never seen love lose a fight.
That we just don't react out of our emotions, but we actually try and figure out what is happening. Now, there is a narrative out there which claims that black bodies are being targeted. And the question is that true?
This is the face of supremacy. This is what we deal with every day being African American.
And if it's true, then what should be the response of the church? And if it's not true, then what is our responsibility to expose those who are perpetrating this lie? How can the church lead the way with so many competing views and with increasing racial tension among even those in the church? In Racism in America, Exposing the Truth Conspiracy, we will unpack some of today's hot-button topics like the truth about slavery, exposing of scientific racism in evolution and eugenics. We will also consider education and the role our current public education plays and why many black students aren't doing well. Is it racism or is it something wrong with the system itself? As well as to examine the role that critical race theory plays in our students' education. Is it helping or is it hurting our children? We will also take a closer look at some of our founding documents. Many have proposed that our documents, like the Constitution, are inherently racist due to their historical context and the inclusion of the 3/5 clause. Is there racism? We will also consider a number of other contemporary social and economic issues within the black community.
Walmart cheats! Walmart hates! Walmart discriminates!
Including food scarcity, the absence of big box stores, high unemployment and mortality rates. Challenges to upward mobility and healthcare, as well as the generational wealth accumulation. Is what we see in our communities the result of racism, or are there other explanations for these conditions? We will also discuss the church itself. Has the church been complicit in how we have or have not addressed racist interpretations of Scripture? And ask the question, has the church accepted woke theology, anti-racist and anti-whiteness ideologies, which are perverting the gospel? I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. We believe that exposing the truth conspiracy is vital to our communities and to society as a whole.